What's up, guys? So I felt the need to talk about this. So I just got done watching The Wire, all 5 seasons, all 60-something episodes. And usually after I watch a show, what I immediately do is I go on the internet and I look for people that are way smarter than me that have informative opinions on not just the making of the show, but like the thematic elements and everything that make the show, as great as it is. Because when you hear people mention one of the greatest shows of all time, what comes into the conversation? It's The fucking Wire. It's Breaking Bad. It's The Sopranos. I have to watch The Sopranos after this. I might start The Shield. Anyways, man. So I was watching this video, this hour-long retrospective, and something the dude mentioned was that oh, prisons aren't focused on rehabilitation, they're focused on punishment. And I was like, fucking duh. But then I was like, but why is that? It's obviously money, greed, or whatever. But it's how can we prevent that? What is the solution to that? Because, just pointing it out and diagnosing it, that's one thing, but to actually provide a solution, that's a completely different thing. So then I was like, well, I started working myself down the chain. I was like, well, if you're going to address the prison systems, why not address the education system and the issues with that? And I was like, if you're going to address the education systems, why don't you address the poverty issues? And then I was like, why am I working myself down the ladder? I should be working myself up the ladder. And then I was like, capitalism? That's the issue? Because from a young age, we're all taught to want stuff. We're always taught to want the next thing. It's we get we start watching a TV show, we want the next episode. We get a toy, we see other kids in the class have the next toy, we want the next toy. And it's we're taught to always fucking want shit, you know what I mean? And capitalism is a bit of a double-edged sword, because on one hand it's yeah, it provides us with the lives that we've been given, the entitlement and the fucking, the blessings that come with that. But at the same time, you get the poverty, you get the fucking education system issues, you get the prison system issues and shit. And then I was watching after that, I watched this hour-long debate. It wasn't really a debate. It was this girl asking this super smart old dude questions. I can't even remember their names because it's pretty fresh in my mind. But anyways, one of the things the old dude talks about is it's good to be talking about these things, especially if you're young, because everyone has a different voice that appeals to different audiences and shit. And I'm not smart enough to provide any solutions. I'm kind of just regurgitating what smarter people than me have said. And he said that we need to put more eggs into our democracy basket. It's we have democracy now, but it's feigned democracy. It's we promoting the idea of democracy, but we don't actually live in a democratic society. And he provided a bunch of solutions to, fixing the capitalist, because we do live in a capitalistic society, but it's aristocratical at the same fucking time. And it's if we, I guess it's kind of a socialist belief. And, there's benefits to everything. There's benefits to capitalism, there's benefits to socialism, there's benefits to fucking communism. Because, we hit a fucking growth cap with capitalism in the 70s and 80s, and we've been on a steady decline ever since then. And it's can capitalism in our society be transformed, or can it be replaced with something different? Or can, and that's a really interesting question to ask. Because, like I said, I'm not smart enough to fucking figure any of this shit out. I'm kind of just listening to smarter people fucking say this shit. And then I'm I don't know. Because I'm still young, so I still have, I can still affect the future of things. So, I don't know, dude. If you want a link to that video, let me know. Because, fucking shit, dude. This shit's interesting. It's it's affecting our lives, even though we don't even realize it, because we're all young and ignorant and stupid. It's awesome. And I guess the reason that shit affected me so much is because when the dude said that, it was kind of a sophisticated defeat. It's yep, this is the way it is. And then I was well, no shit. Well, do you have a solution? And then it's I don't know. Maybe part of the solution is just fucking talking about it and, like, being aware of it, you know? So I don't know. If you have any solutions on how to fix America, don't tell me, tell the government, right? I don't fucking know, dude. Who knows? I don't know. I think it's interesting, though.